you know what? Cheers for them, because they probably have a little bit more creative skills than I do, which isn't really saying much because I don't have any creative skills. Well, hot dog, hot diggity dog, I finally got around to checking out the Mickey Mouse horror movie, which quite frankly, I did not know dropped a couple of weeks ago. Ever since Mickey Mouse went into the public domain at the beginning of the year, not even 5 seconds into the new year, we got the announcement that we were going to be getting a Mickey Mouse horror movie, and I think that is going to be the trend from now on. Whenever a character goes into public domain, we're going to be getting a horror version of that character. We already have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. We also getting the Poohniverse with Pinocchio, Bambi. We also have one that I don't think a lot of people really know, but it is my dream movie, Cinderella's Revenge. I have not checked that movie out yet, but that is a movie that I have been wanting to see ever since I saw that godforsaken, sorry for an excuse, Cinderella movie with Camila Cabello. I always wanted a Cinderella horror movie because, quite frankly, I think that is one of those characters that fits perfectly for the horror aesthetics. So now that we got Mickey Mouse in a horror movie, I have been really curious to see what they were going to do with this movie, because these movies take $5 and a weekend to make, and I can acknowledge how awful these movies are. I will not be that person that will say that these are great movies, because they're not.
And he's dead.
What?
Like if he was in a horror movie, he'd never say, "I'll be right back." Because then you don't. I'll be right back!
So going into the Mousetrap, which was originally going to be titled Mickey's Mouse Trap. Quite frankly, I like that title, but who knows why they changed the title, but we finally got it. Quite frankly, I think I am the only one that's going to be paying $5 to see this movie, because I did not buy it. I may be insane, but I'm not that insane. So going into the Mousetrap, the moment the movie begins, I just was dumbfounded by how ridiculous and stupid this movie was going to be. I already knew it was going to be stupid walking in. The moment the movie begins with the Star Wars crawl. Yeah, it begins with the Star Wars crawl, talking about how this movie is not affiliated with Disney. They have no permission to make this movie because it's in the public domain. It goes on and on and on, and quite frankly, could not stop laughing at how stupid and ridiculous that was, because it just kept going and going and going, and then we actually get into the movie. The movie revolves around this girl who is turning 21. She works at a arcade that kind of looks like Chuck E. Cheese, and so her friends throw her a surprise birthday party at the place that she works at, because they reserved the whole place for the night. And now we got a mysterious killer with a Mickey Mouse mask. I can acknowledge that this movie is ridiculous, it's stupid, and quite frankly, there's nothing else to this movie besides what it's trying to be. The acting is shit, the writing is shit, the kills are shit, everything about this movie is shit. I went into this movie knowing that, and if you are somebody that is morbidly curious about what this movie is, go watch Blood and Honey 2. I think you'll get a little bit more enjoyment out of that, because we're interwoven with this interrogation with one of the friends that miraculously escaped, bouncing back and forth between what's going on at the birthday party with this killer with a Mickey Mouse mask. And I will give them this. I do like that they tried to do something new. This isn't a killer per se that wears a Mickey Mouse mask. This is actually a haunted mask. Basically, once you put it on, for some strange reason, you start becoming a killer. I like the fact that they tried something kind of creative, and once you put this mask on, he's able to teleport from one place to another, which I'm not gonna lie, if you're going to be ridiculous, why not have fun with it and be ridiculously stupid? So we got that going on for us. The kills in here, they're nothing new. They really don't do anything creative with these kills. Some of the cinematography for this movie is fine. Some of the way that they use the colors in here, but it knows exactly what it is. It knows exactly what kind of movie this is. It doesn't try to be serious. Well, at times it kind of does. Guess it kind of does, but it's kind of in that middle point where where it knows what it is, but also doesn't try to lean too much into trying to be deadly serious. It's exactly what you think this movie is going to be. It's a horror movie based on an existing IP that we all love and know, and they tried to make a horror movie out of it. You know what? Cheers for them, because they probably have a little bit more creative skills than I do, which isn't really saying much because I don't have any creative skills. It's exactly what you think it's going to be. It doesn't try, it takes itself somewhat serious, but at the same time it doesn't lean too much into that. So it knows exactly what it is. You know exactly what you're going to be getting yourself into, and I definitely took the bullet because guess what? I am ready for Bambi to start wrecking shit. But those are my thoughts on the Mousetrap. I know nobody is going to be watching this movie but me. They're probably only going to be making $5 off of me, but you know what? I got a kick out of this movie. It's ridiculous. If you are over the notion of these beloved characters being turned into horror movies, then you're not going to enjoy this movie, and why spend the $5? I knew what I was getting myself into. I had fun with it, and guess what? I'm going to be there day one when they release Bambi, The Reckoning. Let me know down in the comments what you think. If you're sick and tired of these IP characters being turned into horror movies, or if you're still getting a kick out of them. Drop those thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys for the next video.